person sees all.
Great big thank you to everyone who's helping the channel. I see you all. I know a lot of you are helping with the shares, the contributions. Many of you have become a patron now. It's more than an amazing honor to have you all supporting the channel. Thanks so much. We are looking in Sinus Iridum at connections of giant platformed structures. And that's exactly how I'm going to remain calling them for now, as we obviously don't know what's up there. We see a platform connected to another platform. They have their connection together, the big massive connections, and we see lines running to and from these platformed connections. So there are patches of hazes on the surface that, I mean, this is so important that people know. There are the platforms. You see them connected, the line going by. We see at the same time, it's a white surface, so we can't see what's on the surface. Whether it be deliberate or not, it's definitely a camouflage. There we are, lines going across them. This is right inside of the Apennine Mountains. We hear a lot of gibberish from the trolls on many channels now, hundreds of channels, saying that Bruce just doesn't want to tell us the coordinates. I think they're just a bit frustrated not being able to find the same thing, but that's only laziness, because I'm not a magician. Anybody can do this. It's there. I'm not building the bloody structures. They're there. If you can't see them, that's not my problem. You have to get your own equipment, obviously, but I'm telling you, they're there. We see here going inside of the ground as it curves, proving that these are not pixelated objects, square platforms, and I am also showing them time after time. More and more as the years progress, we will see the same exact areas. If there's any building in a small way, maybe we'll be able to see it. It's important that people understand exactly how the surface is made up of. See all this beautiful color that's down there? You can see some refraction of light, some blues along the cliffs and, ledges. But aside from that, we can clearly see the surface is very colorful. And as for which color in particularly, well, we're looking at a green surface. We see purples, we see this and that as colors. And don't forget, it could be the clashing with the atmosphere around it. This is a color that is seen in photos, obviously off of Earth. It's just there's no big data bank or database with all this imagery and information there. We can't get a hold of it. But I'm telling you, the surface is very colorful. You see Mercuricium, we just saw there very close. The whole frame was like 100 kilometers wide to get in close. What is this object? Well, we're going to talk about this and that 90-degree angle again, right at the back. I'm not going to stop talking about them. Plato crater, the dark spot behind it. Let's see the surface. There's the transient lunar phenomenon, and the black underneath my finger is the black spot just over top of Plato crater. We're seeing hundreds, I'm not even close, thousands of objects on the surface. Again, whether it be natural or not, it's just, I'm showing you something that they don't show us. We don't see a surface. We see a flat surface. But I'm telling you, it could possibly be the cloud cover over top, natural or not, that is causing those hazes. Let's get in close now. So much to see, so little time. There it is, connected or just sitting there sort of over the rock or beside the rock, right? A straight edge and an angle at the end. It's because it's built to contour around this massive rock, a possibility. This is the Terminator line in 2017. I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, will appreciate it. We'll take a look at it. So this was not with my 14-inch telescope. Here's Theophilus crater and the other craters, Caterina, as we go down there, and look at the connection or pipe that's going between Theophilus, and this was in 2017. So again, the Terminator line now, look here, top left. What the heck is that? It's a circular line, like something of toothpaste on the surface with a cover over it. It looks like a shell entrance, right? In the bottom of the sea somewhere, like a manhole cover. Well, and over to the right, you can see what looks like a, cannon or just straight line, something like that. It's very, very odd. And again, this is along the Terminator line in 2017. I've showed these areas But look, we don't see that exact area because the Terminator line is not exactly in the same place ever. And the moon is always rotating. They say it's locked in place, we just can never find it, right? It's never in the same bloody place. Look at this, very interesting. So I get some nice progressive close-ups of the area, 1, 2, and 3 stages. Southern Highlands, we see this almost square-ish crater. It's not square, right? It just has straight edges, if you want. As we zoom up really close, we can see that. We see a line on the left there going to the crater, whatever it may be, and here is an inverted close-up. So, ending the year, we'll be progressively getting in close to all the research footage that I've gathered in 2019. Those bright anomalies on the top right as we're approaching there, it's always lit, whether the Terminator line is there or not, full moon or not, it's always lit up. It's not sun reflection. Sinus Iridum, there it is, Bianchini crater, right there, dead center, and off to the right of it, there's that supposed bridge-like object that I always talk about, that's 40 kilometers long. I'm going to show it to you close up afterwards. Everything's there. Everything that I said was on the surface is there. But see where the Terminator line is right now? It's not on top of Sinus Iridum. It's very close. And we're starting to see a beginning of those structures that I showed in the past come to light. It's really incredible, that Terminator line. And that's what I came to understanding 4 years ago. Also, there's a square off to the right there, or 90-degree angle, that I also showed on the surface of Bianchini crater. We can see very, very well. That square actually, or 90-degree angle, actually consists of many smaller objects side by side. There's that 40-kilometer bridge that I talk about east of course, Bianchini crater. It's about 30 or I'd say about 38 to 43 kilometers wide, maybe even a couple of kilometers more. This is the declared supposed Apollo 17 landing site. Again, Mons Argeas, we're zooming in, we're magnifying to the extremes, we're pushing the limits. I'll be doing that along the week. Thanks a lot, everyone. So it begins extreme close-ups. That's what we're going to do. Thanks for watching, everyone. On this long pan across the moon, here's Clavius crater and Tycho going to appear. Watch the elongated object on the surface. That's what we're panning to. I never mention it. I have a merch store. For those who are interested, people keep asking. If you want to get in troll close or get yourself a cup, stop on by the merch store.
This is Houston. Say again, please.